Ring, 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 ring. Nope. Oh, nope. It's windy. And I gotta go do some crafting, so I didn't pick up. But you can leave a voicemail, and I would love it, and I would listen to it, and I would appreciate it. And regardless, I appreciate you, so thank you, and have a good rest of your day. And this is Basil, and leave your message after the ba-da-da. Oop. Oh, do I talk? It didn't make the sound. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna talk. Weird. Hey, that's a big dog on the side of the road, alive, sniffing at some grass. Anyway, I would just have thought about and tried to do tabs in the past. That's where I go through my tabs, not like the drug tabs. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is an essay, if we can call this voicemail an essay. Okay. I was trying to do an essay on all of the tabs that I have open all of the time. I've got 41 at the moment. It's so much lower than it usually is. Usually it's uncountable because it is too many. And I don't need to turn on my turn signal right there because it's an arterial. And speaking of arterials, I don't actually have a transition with arterials, but one of the tabs that I was reading this morning, while I was trying to wake my child up and take her to preschool, I was reading about Miyazaki. Hayao Miyazaki. Good old Studio Ghibli. Oh, why are they in my road? I want to go around them. I want to get to my road. Was talking about the best ways to get better at anime manga art. And from Hayao Miyazaki himself. And just from watching the documentaries, I can tell you a couple of them without reading the article. Abandon your family. Don't be very engaged with your children, which might seem like the same one, but it's two different ones. Go. Just do it. Just do it. And then as a quote from him, you got to be able to do it until your nose bleeds. You got to push yourself. And then from the actual article, it was the tiny details. He was commenting on a drawing that someone else had done of a mother feeding her child shaved ice. And his only comment was, if this was an actual mother feeding her child, the mother would have her mouth open also. And then people commented like, oh my God, he's such a genius. Oh my God. And it was like, yeah, okay. That is great attention to detail. You observe things all the time. You look around the world and look at how things work to make it real. And I think that is an interesting thing. That was the whole article. So it was, I guess, about making your art better. But it was mostly just an interesting quote from him. Anyway, I watched all the documentaries on Netflix, on HBO Max, and of Studio Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki. And there was another one, 10 Years with Miyazaki, that's online on the Nippon Network. All of it was really great. And you could tell that they worked together. And it was just a person and a camera just following him around. And it was strange. Just because it was so intimate, being just one person instead of like a studio of people. And like I started off with throwing that shade, is, it's another person that dedicated to their craft, and so they kind of put their family to the side in order to hone said craft. And he even says that in the documentaries about how he wasn't very involved with his child's upbringing, and he doesn't have a very good relationship with him. He does show a level of awareness about it by being able to talk about it in relation to when the movie Up on Poppy Hill came out, and when, no, not Up on Poppy Hill, when the movie Tales of Earthsea came out, which was his son's film, and he wasn't very supportive of that, which is its own thing. And he goes out of his way to be more supportive, but not in a, like, supportive person kind of way, but in a, you know, Miyazaki supportive kind of way, which was cute to see. And it was cute to see just, like, how he knows himself in so much as he's like, okay, now is the part of the movie where I'm going to be so stressed out that I'm going to have to be alone because I'm going to start being mean to everyone. Or, oh, here's the part where I just kind of wing it. And, you know, it's a process that works for him, and that's nice that he found that. I think that Miyazaki's very interesting because if he didn't have, I forget his producer's name now, but if he didn't have his producer, I don't think Miyazaki would exist as an artist, because he doesn't seem to have, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not the drive, but he doesn't seem to have, I don't know, that business side. Like, they're a very good pairing. I hope that people take that away from watching those documentaries, is that, yes, Miyazaki is a level of, does exhibit a level of genius, both in his art capabilities and in the details that he sees and what he's looking at, the stories he tells, but also, you know, he has extreme difficulty with adults showing affection. He thinks that all animation is only for children. So it's also like, okay, well, there's a wide breadth of stories that you are unable to tell. So also, you found your niche. That's great. I meant to be saying he exists. I think people give Miyazaki credit for the gestalt of Studio Ghibli and all of the animators and all of the producers and his partner in crime and the people who push him. And I think that's a testament to a lot of cultures, that one person kind of gets the credit for that. Because it's like music for video games, like Undertale, like 8-bit games, in so much as, you know, as much as people are going to give a big company like Sony credit for making a game, they don't have a person that they can give a name to. But, so it's just kind of like, oh, Sony did a good thing. Which is kind of like, for some of contemporary soundtracks, you're kind of like, oh, that sounded cool. Whereas if you go back to, like, the early eras where you had a limited amount of notes and sounds that you could make, then you had to focus on a melody, which was very memorable. You put a lot of focus on that melody, which now has become like, oh, you know that song, the ba ba da 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 da, and you're like, oh yeah, it's Zelda. And you're like, oh, Zelda, that's from Miyamoto. And then it just, there's something to be said there about what us as humans, about what we can comprehend. We can comprehend a single note melody because we can create a single note melody. We can comprehend Miyazaki creating these things and calling him a genius because we can logically understand, oh, he's this one person who is doing this thing. Whereas looking at a giant company like Sony creating a game, we can't comprehend it as much. It's kind of like looking at a minute versus a day, or a day versus a month. Like time, bigger things are harder for us to understand. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Anyway, I need to deliver this coffee. I'll catch you later. Someone delivered plants on my porch this morning, and I'm happy about that. But slightly unnerved because I don't know who it was. Anyway, alright, I'll talk to you later. Oh, this is Basil. Okay, cool, thanks. Bye!